Okay, here's my take on the JLab Talk Pro USB microphone. It's a condenser mic with recording sample rate 192 kilohertz 24-bit, which is great. I like the look of it. But here's some of the things that I noticed. The tripod is really nice. It's metal and sturdy. Some others are really flimsy, but this one is nice metal with rubber tips on the bottom. So you're getting a really nice tripod. A mic itself has threads both on the mount, of course, but on the mic itself for screwing in. And you see there's the two different sizes here, the larger and the smaller. So it makes it easy to mount. And of course, you can use this mount here, unscrew this to do it as well. If you've got your own mic stand and you want to take this, off. It has gain and volume knobs on the back. Here's the front, and there's gain and volume on the back. The volume is for the headphones, which you can plug directly into the mic, so you can monitor your sound as you're recording, which is nice. But it has a gain knob too, which not all mics have, and I really like having that. So that to me is a big plus. The only thing I'd say is that maybe they could put them on the front somehow, maybe on each side, so that everything's on the front and I don't have to reach around and bump into the mic and do all sorts of stuff if I want to change volume or gain. But otherwise, I'd say it's a plus. Let's see, the quick start notes. It's nice that they have them in the box. I don't have them in front of me, but I can tell you that the quick start didn't explain how to change the record mode. When I plug this in, I'll show you. It is pretty easy, but they don't explain how to change the record mode. It has four different modes, cardioid, of course, spherical, and two others here. So it doesn't include that. Just a small detail. It shows the modes, but doesn't tell you how to change them. So I was thinking, where's the button, or what do I do for that? And it doesn't explain what the LED control on the bottom does. There's a button here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. And that changes this LED on the bottom to different colors, like blue, green, orange, red, purple. And it left me wondering, does that mean it's changing some function, or is that for the different recording modes, sound patterns? In the end, it turns out it's just LED for decoration and color, but they don't explain that, so you have to fiddle with it. It's not even in the owner's manual. I had to go to YouTube and look at one of their YouTube videos to get an explanation of that. Not a big deal, but just thought I'd mention it. Yeah, let me plug it in so you can see what it looks like when the lights are on. I'll put the tripod on, just a couple turns to get us started. Again, I really like this tripod. It's nice. The cable that comes with it is USB on one end, of course, because that's what the mic accepts, is USB-C. But on the other end, it's USB-A, the old original large size. And as you can see, I have a Mac Mini. There's no USB-A, so I have to get into doing adapters and stuff. It'd be really nice if for a mic like this that they position as their professional level, that they give you either a tiny little adapter, or like some other manufacturers do, give you a USB-C cable along with a USB-A. So that's kind of a minus, and you should be aware of that. Anyway, here's what the mic looks like when it's on. It's kind of a nice look. I like the way it looks. To change the record mode, you just press this button here. That's all. and then the pattern changes, and you can see the blue light here going. I don't anticipate changing it. I'm not doing big interviews, so I'll probably leave it always at this, and you might as well. This is a quick mute button, the green. I'll hold that up close. You can see it's a quick mute. And I think that's about it. I really like this mic. I think it's worth the money. It's under $100. And I guess one last thing I'll say, to be fair, is the first one I got, and in fact it's this one, didn't work properly with the cable. You'll notice I'm using a white cable. I have an Apple original equipment cable I'm using instead. And it seems to work there, although doesn't show up as a JLab mic. It just says generic microphone and generic headphone. But it does work. So that's the bad news. The good news is that JLab was very responsive, and they immediately did an RMA once I told them the symptoms and I showed them my receipt, and a new one is on the way, and I expect that will resolve the issue. So good news, bad news, but that is not stopping me from keeping this mic. I guess the last thing I kind of forgot, here's where you plug in the headphone. So if you want to monitor, you can do so just like that. And grab your headphones and monitor while you're recording. And you turn up the sound on the headphone this way, the volume with the blue, and you turn up the gain this way with the green knob on the back. And away you go. Hope this helps. See you soon. Bye.
Hello, this is the JLab TalkGo USB microphone box opening video. Thought it'd be useful for anyone interested. Just bought it off Amazon, it's just arrived. Thought for those like myself that were interested, it'd be good just to see a bit more detail on it. So I thought I'd do that on camera. Bit of a background, bought this for use in my office for video calls, and the kids are quite interested in making videos themselves. So I thought it'd be a fun little video. Price point, really good. I actually have a couple of other JLab Bluetooth speakers upstairs, and they are fantastic. So that's definitely something that sort of pushed me towards this particular brand. A friend of mine who's already got one mentioned a blue snowball microphone, which I looked into, and it looks good and it's really popular, but actually the specs on this one are better. So it even says that in one of the pictures, which made it really easy to compare. So they're clearly trying to, hit a good marketplace. I'll let you look at all the specs on that, but this just seemed to be better on the recording rates, the bit rate. I think something to do with the microphone, headphones, things like that, jack port. But go and have a look and see what you think. But for me, JLab's a fantastic brand. Love the look, love the build quality, and I've never been let down by their sound quality or anything like that. So I went for a punt on this. So let's have a look and see what's inside then, shall we? So obviously, as always, the boxing is really good quality. We'll go and buy it for that. Wow, that's some pretty decent packaging. So you can see there we've got the stand. Okay, solid. Wow, that's proper solid metal. Wow, that's a nice stand. That's expected by JLab. Okay, so we've got that. We've got here the microphone. So there's the headphone jack, volume, play mute button, and then the USB port. Okay, what else we got? Okay, the mount. Okay, so let's just see this setup. There you go. There was a mention that this didn't fit other tripods, which I hope it does, because I kind of need to. So I've got my other one here. I'm just going to go straight on. Does it fit? Yes, it does. So other mounts other camera mounts do fit perfectly fine. I do love seeing it, prefer the look and style of this one though. So let's just get that on there. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty decent. So the mount is really well weighted. Really well weighted. Nice bit of graphics on there. Microphone is really lightweight. Kind of makes sense to me. The weight is on the bottom and then the lightness on the top. This is, I think this is plastic, but it's really good quality. Let's have a look. Inside here is mainly just the USB cable. So it says 5 foot long, so it's pretty long and decent. So it's got the L-shaped end, and then obviously that will be in there, and that's a USB. Now I have a Mac, so I'll either use a converter or more likely I'll be putting my Mac cable into here, which fits very nicely. Sweet, that looks good. And then the other end here. So it's an old cable, as you can see by the yellowing. But there we go. Yeah, first impression is really good. It's a quality stand. The product looks quality. Feels really nice. It's really manoeuvrable, as you would expect, but then let's face it, that's just a tripod, so I'd expect that. And it does fit other mounts if you need it to. Yeah, decided to quickly plug it into the Mac actually, and yeah, it works, as you can see. So I've got the Mac cable in this time, and you can see I've disconnected it. As soon as I connect it, up comes the light, so there is no problem using other cables or on a Mac or a PC. So that's fantastic, exactly what I wanted. When you press mute, it then goes to red, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the sound quality is really good. I can't show you the sound quality, but it sounds really good. I'm really happy with that. So yeah, brilliant stuff.
I don't know. Just keep going as much as you can. Doing whatever you can. Trying whatever you can. And hope it's enough. There's nothing else you can do. Well, stimulus check came in on time.